Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Play Through the Darkest of Times. This will be part 11 of our Let's Play. In the last episode, World War II has sort of started, been going, and we're now in the back end of it. We're in January 1945. Oh wow, that's some low morale. We're going to have to go for a party, which we can't do. Well, I think this is where we left off, right? And we're pretty stuffed here. Do we get like one turn to fix our shit? Yeah, because you have to get to 35 supporters. Well, we're just gonna have to do some of this and hope for the best, I suppose. Yeah, so we're in now when sort of Germany's losing the war. What are we doing here? Talking to workers. So helpful, communist, anarchist, social democrat, idealists. Weren't you a social... Wait, someone's a social democrat. No, wait, everyone's like conservatives. That's right. We don't have many Democrats. Free prisoners? Right. We had a couple of prisoners here that could be freed, but we didn't really know why or how. Okay, it's a bold play doing this with the lack of money we have, I will admit, but hopefully we're gonna just throw... I guess you two at the problem and get all the money in the world, because you're gonna need it. So, we could just be stuffed here. Couldn't we? Because if this ends our thing, like if we run out of morale... We did just rescue 2 people, so... I'm hoping that they brought in a bunch of morale. Boom. 8 people. Morale plus 1. Nice. Don't give a shit. Give me the money. Thank you. Morale plus 1. I'm guessing we do this do this well, because these 2 were rescued before. And this could be that we lose here. Thaw has set in and the winter sun shines on my face, but it's still freezing cold as I ride my bike through Schöneberg. Pedal faster. 2 large loaves of bread are heavy in my backpack. Wasn't easy to find them, but now we have enough food for the week. Look at destroyed buildings. The area around the Bayerischer Platz metro station has been destroyed in the bombings. When I suddenly hear the sound of the air raid alarm, I think... there's nothing left here to destroy. A skinny boy wearing the uniform of the air raid volunteers steps into my path and shouts, "Don't you hear the alarm? Come into the station now." Follow the boy. I follow the boy down the stairs into the metro station. There are dozens of people there already. A train full of passengers is waiting on the tracks, ready to leave. More people come from behind and push me aside for a free spot. Close to my left is a large pillar. It looks like I could sit there. A little further, next to the waiting train, is a bench that still has an empty seat. Pillar. At the pillar, I put my backpack down and try to get comfortable. The stream of people coming from outside has slowed down. Look around. Next to me stands a young man. His eyes are sunken and his face is ashen. He's shivering. Are you alright? He nods. I notice that he has a coat with him, but he keeps hold of it instead of putting it on. Why don't you put on your coat? He gives me a desperate look. I see a flash of something yellow on his coat. A Jewish badge. This must be why he's trying to hide his coat. Help him. I can see your badge. That's dangerous, I whisper. He covers the scrap of yellow badge with his hand. It's also suspicious that you aren't wearing your coat, I say. Offer my own coat. I give him my coat. He puts it on over his own. Thank you. We, people like me, are not allowed to come here, but I was scared. Of course. Don't worry, I say. I'm Haro. I'm on your side. What's your name? I'm Peter, says the young man. Where do you live? I live in Tempelhof, but I work in Spandau. I was on my way home when the alarm sounded. I know that I'm not allowed to be in the metro, but I was scared. They said a serious attack was coming. I didn't know there were still Jews in Berlin. There are only very few, says Peter. Most have been deported, but I'm working in an ammunition factory in Spandau. That's why they haven't sent me east yet. An ammunition factory? A metro employee closes the gate to the station. No one can get in or out anymore. We can still hear the air raid sirens, but no bombs. I turn to Peter. Can you tell me more about that factory? Sure, he says. but better not here. But better not here and now. Do you have a pen? I hand him a pen and a piece of paper from my backpack, and he writes something down. This is where I live, he says. Meet me there tomorrow night at 7, and I'll tell you what I know. You sure you don't want any bread? I break off a piece from one of the loaves and we share it. People in the station are sitting together in small groups chatting quietly, as if the bombers could possibly hear them. I'll wait. The high-pitched whoosh of bombs falling, the hammering of anti-air guns, a loud bang. That one was pretty close. Take cover at the base of the pillar. The ceiling rips open, and for a moment I see the sunny blue sky. I'm flung through the air. A cloud of dust surrounds me. My eyes and lungs burn. Look for the backpack. There is no backpack. Peter's face appears. He is mouthing words. I can't hear anything. He points towards a bright spot in the dust and reaches for my hand. Take his hand. Peter pulls me up. The passengers in the waiting train are still patiently sitting in their seats, but they aren't moving anymore. He drags me toward the light, my backpack. Peter shakes his head. My hearing gradually returns. A wave of crying, moaning, and yelling for help. People crawling in pain. Others just lay still. He pulls me upwards towards the street. Let him pull. We stand in front of the metro station, only there is no station anymore. Just a skeleton of steel, concrete, dust, human suffering, and death. I turn to Peter. Thank you. Thank you too, says Peter. An ambulance arrives. People start to carry the wounded out of the destroyed station. A grey truck stops at the corner, and men wearing the uniforms of the Waffen SS jump from the truck, hide. Peter has seen them too. Thanks again, he says, and disappears around a corner. Thank you too, I say. War and death in our homes. Germany has brought the rage of the world upon itself. Why is there no uprising? When will people stand up and fight this madness? Malvigor is very low. Okay, so I'm hoping I get this one chance to fix it. Join forces. British and US troops meet in the Ardennes. Warsaw liberated. The last German resistance in the embattled Polish capital Warsaw is broken by Polish units. Death marches. 98,000 prisoners of the German concentration and extermination camp Auschwitz are evacuated before the arrival of Soviet troops. Right. Can I have a party? Because if not, it's pretty bad. It seems like I can't. This is bad. We might just be screwed here. Yeah, so I can hide things. I can't really improve morale, though. There's no real point pressing those buttons. Oh, I lost my passport. So I kept the army uniform, I lost the passport, though. So what I need is 50. So if I can get 10 people... 9 to 11. Is that about all I'm going to get out of this? Yeah, unless I throw someone with actual stuff there. Okay. Well, 9 to 11 is possibly 10. If we meet a former unionist, if I just send, like, Helen... not Helen. Amelia Marla, she's just very good at it. Maybe we do, like... Yeah, do that one. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Document war crime. So at the moment we're trying to do this. Right? Yeah, we need 3 testimonies. Which we probably get from documenting war crimes? No, we get intel. Help organize a strike, destroy the Nazi symbols. I think we're just stuffed here anyway, because we're in -3. So, I think it's like a... either we're going to just straight up lose, or we're probably going to lose someone. Like, someone will quit. And I don't know which one it'll be. I suspect we'll probably just lose, would be my guess. Amelia, can you do this? No, wait, you're busy. Ketman. Wow, and it's not even that, it's not even that bad in terms of danger. Alright. See what happens. As I make my way up the stairwell to my apartment, I hear noises coming from the apartment of my neighbor, Otto Karst, proud member of the NASDAP. The door is wide open. Take a peek. Otto has been a proud swastika-wearing Nazi for years. I've always steered clear of him, and I don't think he's ever suspected me. I don't want to risk trouble now, but a loud thud draws my attention. Just as I pass his door, a lamp has been knocked over. Check if anyone's home. Hello? Anyone there? I call through the open door. There's no answer. Look closer. Inside Otto's apartment, an open suitcase lies on the floor with an assortment of clothes thrown in and around it. Dressed in civilian clothes, Otto rushes in, oblivious to my presence, throws shoes to the floor and walks out again. He's in such a rush. With each passing week, it's becoming clearer that Germany is losing this war, and if the Soviets reach Berlin, there will be terrible consequences for any Nazis still here. Otto is ditching his swastikas and running. Come back later and search his place. I wait in my apartment until I'm sure Erkast has left, and then search his apartment for anything useful. I find a notebook with names and dates. I don't think it's going to matter, because I'm pretty sure we're just about done here. Okay, so we've got one supporter. We did lose a few, which is bad. We can enforce, because I really need the numbers. Okay, 9, that's not good. It's not enough. We're going to get like 1 here. And then we don't get any for this. We get some morale. Morale of the group is very low, and so is your own. Some members openly discuss giving up. Okay, so we're not done yet. But pretty soon, probably. Okay, RAF over Germany. British Royal Air Force flies heavy air raids on railway facilities near Gelsenkirchen. Eastern Front comes closer. Soviet troops conquer the city of Bydgoszcz in West Prussia. No trains. The German Reichsbahn discontinues civilian express and express train services due to damage to the rail network. I'm surprised we haven't lost yet. We are at -4. I thought that would be enough to just kind of screw us here. I like how this is, what do they call it, like a heavy, like high risk, but it doesn't actually have risk. Connect the British Army and just get intel. I don't know how that really helps us. Again, we're looking for testimonials, which we haven't gotten access to at all. I don't even know where to get that. Force Hitler Youth Squad to give up. Which gives us... Get a testimony against Ludwig Meyerfeld, the teenage boy who fled from a camp and is hiding now in Berlin and is willing to testify against Ludwig Meyerfeld. Okay. Right. So you spread leaflets. God, I look forward to playing this game again on, like, easy, just to really smash through it. Because they really don't give you a lot of time. I need 120 marks. Unclear when the war is over. We can bring Persecutor to the front line, assuming they are safer on the other side. Gains 1 supporter. Brutal. Okay, I mean, we have enough people, but we need more. So, we're gonna do this. That'll be fine. We need more money. Literally, is anyone here to... 40 to 48's pretty good. Put the army uniform on. I'm sure it'll be okay. And then... you can't really collect money, can you? What are you good at again? Secrecy and literacy. Which, not great in any regard. I mean, you can do that, I guess. You have any contacts? No. Okay. Again, I get the feeling we're just scraping the line on how screwed we are. Get out of here, you little nerd. I don't really know how that works. I feel like you almost always want to enforce. Because it seems like, you know, it's not there's no downside, but there's really no upside to not. Because you still often get, like, spotted. And if you hide, there's a chance you can fail, or you get half your stuff. Pressure has become unbearable. Neither you nor the rest of the group can go on like this. You decided to dissolve this group and hope for the best. Yeah, okay. Bummer. So he failed. In May 1945, the Red Army conquered Berlin. The German Reich surrendered unconditionally. The war had claimed more than 50 million lives. The pressure on and the danger the resistance fighters are in was tremendous, while at the same time the approval for the Hitler regime is unchanged among the general population. Many groups simply did not withstand the strain and dissolved for a while. Oh, okay, so wow, that is an actual, like, end of the game. Oh, okay. I mean, I like that though. I kind of like that it's not, you haven't lost. That's like, that. It's just how it turned out. Now without the group, Harrow Esser tries to avoid getting into trouble with Gestapo or regime and hopes that Germany will lose the war and everything will be over soon. To avoid getting arrested, he goes into hiding at a friend's place. When a neighbor denounces the friend, he is caught. In prison, he is interrogated and tortured on a daily basis. When he finds an opportunity, he takes his own life. Well, look, we went out on our terms. That's what really matters. This is going to be a short episode, Jesus. I kind of want to go... Just for the last bit of this episode, what we might do is go back to the start, play it on easy, and just see how much that changes it. Like, how easy is easy. Gerhard Kettmann doesn't feel like he can resist any longer once the group is dissolved. He tries to live a quiet life, hoping for a quick end to the war. To avoid getting arrested, he goes into hiding in a friend's place. When a neighbor denounces a friend, he is caught, he is murdered by a guard, okay? It's also busted. Rip. Now without the group, Amelia Mahler tries to avoid getting into trouble with Gestapo or regime and hopes that Germany will lose the war and everything will be over soon. Seems thing. She goes into hiding in a friend's place. She dies of hunger and exhaustion. Seems like none of us can just... Yep, seems like we all just get dobbed in by a friend. Oh, there we go. When the group splits up, Helen Kufer tries to stay low and not get caught or killed. The city is cold and people are hungry, and she wonders if this war will ever end. After the war, she moves to West Germany and lives a humble life, leaving the darkest of times behind her. So Helen Kupfer is the only one that got off scot-free there. Come on. The Esser-Kettmann group was active from 1st of February 1933 to 29th of January 1945. At its peak, it had 5 members and 107 supporters. Some people still remember the courageous men and women of the Esser-Kettmann Gruppe today. You are not responsible for what happened, but you certainly are responsible for preventing it from happening again. Max Mannheimer, author, painter, Holocaust survivor. Boom! That's it. If I continue this, does it just continue from, like, literally where it was just then? Yeah, okay. So this one is screwed. Which is a bit of a bummer, but look, we fought the good fight, and I think we got a fair way through this game. So what if we go new, we go story mode? We'll just... Oh, servant and an anarchist. She sounds fun. Dorothea Morsch. Every word that comes from Hitler's mouth is a lie. When he says peace, he means war. When he says good, he means evil. Nice. Okay, so how much easier is this? We won't do a full Let's Play, like, I'll just have a quick look at this, I'll give my thoughts, and then we'll be done with this game, I think. Very, very cool. I love it a lot. But I'll cover that more. Yeah, we know about this. We know what happens. When I enter our secret meeting, I hear Gudrun Zimmermann say, they made him Chancellor, we have no time. Act fast. Yeah. People learn from some actions. Fighting the regime. Okay, so I'm wondering did we sort of misstep right at the beginning by not just, like, pumping into getting supporters? Because we only had 5 members, and I'm wondering if you can get, like, 6 or 7. Because if you can, then that's going to be insanely, like, it'll be a whole different game to have just that extra manpower. So we're going to talk some workers, as we do. Yeah, okay, so you're good at that, and then Gudrun Zimmermann, you'll be good enough at that, I suppose. Wow, I was going to say good at that, but my god, not even close. But this time we can sort of breeze through it, because I don't have to read all the stuff. You know, we've sort of seen it all at this point. Okay, boom, new member. So we got 3. Okay. So what do we actually have? So we have a salesperson, a Christian liberal, an anarchist. Maybe we want a conservative. Conservative doctor, salesperson, baker, servant. So yeah, maybe we do need like a doctor. We need someone that's like a more scholarly job. And this person's got high secrecy and high propaganda, so they're very useful. So we're going to take Oscar Mendel. Yeah, we've seen this around. Turn around here. Yeah, we've seen all this stuff before. Oh man. Right. Okay. So, yeah, again, why don't we just keep pumping for more people. Like, is that the way to do it? Ooh, wow. Yeah, she might send you as well, because it just gives us extra stuff. Actually gives you like $1 extra. No, probably not worth it. Send you two on this. They don't really like you, but they like you enough. That's what matters. You're good enough. What's the matter? Had enough, let me through. Push more. Okay. Sure. Again, I'm just sort of breezing through this, because as far as I'm concerned, like, we've finished the game. We haven't won, but our group was done. The Essa Ketman group. And I sort of want to see how different it is. Ooh, do we take a monarchist or a cabman? And we have a baker, so maybe we do take a monarchist, and that gives us like a big spread. Could take a social democrat, actually. Oh no, wait, he's really good at secrecy, so yeah, I think we'll take the bank clerk. Oh no, so that's it. Okay, so you can have 5 people. Okay, so we really didn't miss out on that much. You know, like a little bit, but nothing crazy. Okay, so just 1 person on that. By paper, it's really paper. Do that. No, you're a monarchist. No one likes the monarchist begging. Send you two on this, sure. So yeah, I'm also interested to see what it would be like to do a more aggressive run. And, you know, just be like an actual resistance. So we, like, blow shit up. We are actively attacking them. Like, have a lot more people sort of on the front lines. Because even through our entire play, maybe I was a bit slow. Like, we didn't really risk a lot. You know, we had, when people got to sort of like 3 or 4 heat, I would usually take them off the job. Whereas maybe you're supposed to just punch it really hard. And, like, if you get killed, you get killed. You know, if you get injured, you just gotta treat it. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff like, you know, medicine and... we did a couple of prison breaks, but not a ton. Like, there's a whole section of the game that, like, we didn't really do. Man loves man or woman loves... No, it's not wrong. Okay, so now we've got to go into hiding. Need to form a unionist, so I think we really need to just spread this out, right? We know this now. Yeah, like, you're probably great at that. By paint? Okay, we'll produce leaflets manually, because why not? Yeah, we'll do that, and then by paint, Inca can do that. Wow, can she? Can she do that? Or do we just get you to make money? You good at that? Oh, you're amazing at that. Okay, do that, boom, let's go. Again, speedrun time, let's go. But we now know that it's got a time limit on it, and you can physically see the time limit. So that's good to know. Now that we know that, I can sort of plan this a bit better. Boom, and then Kopernik, we got the one there too. Take my time. Wonder what happened. Join the group. Scarf in my nose. Yeah, I'm going home. Open the door. What do you want? Interesting. So that's a completely different one. So we got arrested. After a lawyer, she's yourself. Who are you? Cooperate. What do you mean? Okay, wow. So interesting. So that's what happens if you actually get arrested. I'll give it 50 marks. That's fine. So we probably won't even get through this entire thing. Yeah, so what if we go, like, Where It Hurts? Or, like, The Great Escape? Could do that. Rather than just sort of The Truth Will Set Them Free, which is kind of what we went for on our original one. So maybe we go for this. So you need a fire device. And at the moment, we sort of have no real idea how to get that. Boom, you can do that. You can do that. It's a bit risky, but you'll be fine. Talk to the Christian community. I was going to say the... oh no, Catholic Conservative. Yeah, no, that's perfect. I was going to say the monarchist they probably like as well. So we'll send him. And then that leaves Gudrun Zimmerman, who can talk to the workers? No, don't do that. We have paint, right? No, we did not buy paint. Okay, do that. It'll be fine. In contacts? No, let's go. Interesting. So there is still story here to tell. Like, obviously I'm skipping through it now because I'm just sort of in speedrun mode to make a bit of distance. Police. Okay, so... what if I just enforce? She got arrested. Okay. Right, so it can go very differently. Like, we played very conservatively. Like, extremely conservatively. I think, yeah, definitely for witnesses, there's no point not to enforce it. It seems like you just get seen anyway. Yes, I know, we were arrested again. So do we have to go through this again? Ah, that's great. Ask for a lawyer. He seems clever. Shake head. Sure. What do you want? No, I'm not a communist. Disagree. Right back at him. Have to let me out. It's just too easy. Yeah, okay, so you as a character can only get arrested a couple of times. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll send you to go meet a friend. We'll send Mendel to go do that. Yeah, and talk to the Christian community. You're amazing at that. No? Maybe? No? Okay. Oh, wait, I think it was... yeah, right. Mendel was amazing at it. Talk to the workers. You're pretty good at that. And then we'll collect some donations. Actually, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just talk to them. Okay, maybe we won't do that either. Maybe you just get the week off. So we have 13 more turns to do things. So we don't even know... we don't even know how to... like, get a fire device, or a Molotov is what it really is. Enforce that, obviously. Again, doesn't really matter. So maybe they just give you better chances, like, you don't get spotted as much? It seems like we're not. It seems like when we played it on resistance mode, you get spotted, like, every time. And that was without enforcing it. Whereas at the moment, like, we enforce it... okay, that time Mendel got seen. But it's by no means a guarantee. Like, it sort of was in the other one. Yeah, this would be good for us. So yeah, there's extra stuff. Steal gasoline. Okay, so we can get gasoline there. Ah, there we go. Build a fire device. So we need 2 gasoline for that. And to hit Where It Hurts, we need 3 fire bombs. So we have to... we would have to steal gasoline, which requires us to, I guess, spread books. Yeah, which leads to that, which leads to that. To do this, we'd have to do this, which comes from write slogans on the walls, which need paint for, which probably don't have enough. Okay. Anyway. Guys, that's been through the darkest of times. Now, I think it is excellent as like a look at the past, as a historical game, as an interesting concept. It's a little bit brutally hard, and I know the entire point of the game, well, I know now definitely, that you sort of make your own story, where it doesn't have so much of a focus on like winning or losing. It's more about like what did you do and what did you sacrifice to get there. And I think in that regard, it would have been nice to have a bit more variety in endings. Maybe I just got unlucky and like 4 of my people were just super into it, so they got arrested. Or like more of a recap on the decisions you made, so it records like, did you work with a communist? Did you not? You rejected this, you rejected that, you did this, you broke these people out, things like that. That would have been really interesting. But all in all, I very much enjoyed it. And I think if you want something a bit different that handles sort of this period in history really appropriately, like it's just, it doesn't go into super gritty detail, not like really, really badly, but it goes into more detail than most things do for this period of history, because it's something that everyone would kind of more or less rather just forget about, really, like in reality. But this does a really good job of sort of putting you into the shoes of what it was like there. And I'm wondering if like this game was made by people that had these experiences in World War II and in sort of Nazi and just pre-Nazi Germany. It'd be an interesting thing to find out. But anyway, guys, this has been really good. I highly recommend you pick this up if you enjoy this sort of thing. If you like this Let's Play, you know, pick it up, play through it. Your story is probably going to be different from mine. Like, even that story that really quick one we went through just then was completely different to my previous playthrough. So it'd be interesting to see how you guys go. But anyway, guys, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more content from me, the Aussie Nerd, feel free to subscribe to my channel and check out the other videos on there. If you think you know any friends that might enjoy my content, make sure you share a video or two with them. I really appreciate it. And finally, if you want to leave any hints, tips, tricks, feedback of videos, or you just want to say hi, make sure you do so in the comment section down below so I can see it. I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Goodbye.